Can somebody explain to me why we're not teaching the Quran in schools? If I would have found the Quran earlier in my life, I would have avoided a ton of mistakes. I would have been able to understand people, understand how to navigate through life correctly. And I'm at the point in my life where I'm fully convinced that America is entirely the source of the Dajjal system. And this is because even whenever you do hear about Islam, you'll hear it from some news source or something like that, you're more than likely going to be pushed away from all the propaganda. It started at 9/11. I remember distinctly when I was a kid, when I first started getting fed crap about Islam. This was about in 2004, 2005 where it started for me. There was a chain email going around that my grandma had sent to my mom, and in this email was talking about how the Muslims are going to take over the planet, and it was some crazy fear-mongering crap. And in this email was attached a bunch of photos, and it's nothing but a whole bunch of lies. The entire email was lies from start to finish. Nothing is true about what I saw as a child. And what blows me away more than that is, as a society, as Americans, we are aware that 9/11 was not real. We know who really did 9/11, but people still do not put down the biases attached to it. And what's even crazier about the situation, a truly beautiful moment, it's there are so many people that align with Islamic values and they have no idea. There's a ton of Christians all across America that are actually Muslims. They just don't know it. But that's an entirely different conversation that I'm not getting into at this point in time. But what's really weird about this entire situation is we live in a country that's all inclusive, that wants everybody to feel safe and comfortable being who they are. And they pretend to be all inclusive, but there's three things you're not allowed to be in America: a Muslim, a straight man, or a straight woman. Now, since reverting, I've received more hate now than I have in my entire life. For some reason, people have an issue with me being a Muslim, but they didn't have a problem with me doing pagan polytheistic beliefs. But it's because I've walked both paths that I can explain this exactly why people get so mad when you have a connection with God. I've looked the devil in his eyes. I've seen the darkest abyss. I've really walked it, and I'm not proud of it, and I don't think anybody should ever do it either. And then now I have a connection with God. I have a connection with Allah that is not ever going to be broken again. And I can tell you honestly, whenever you have a connection with God, it's going to infuriate anybody who has a connection to Satan. People who work for the devil are going to hate you. But that being said, it explains something that I've noticed. If you have the ability to trigger people, to really scratch that itch, to really get people going, you have the ability to heal them as well. See, the reason why these people who serve the Dajjal get so irritated is because you're flipping that switch. You're flipping that switch within their soul, within their spirit, where they know they're supposed to be headed in that direction. They're just choosing not to. And I truly believe the angriest person, the people who are the most mad about you being a Muslim, are the people who are closer to reverting than anybody else.